Hello, hello. Our February video, same Christine, yes, darker hair. I have missed many of your faces. I'm excited for class today. So we're actually gonna go ahead and get started in a comfortable seat. Make sure you do have a block, and I'm actually, one second. I'm gonna grab my strap, have a strap too, or a belt. This is actually an old belt. You can use an old tie. Really anything that is long, a piece of string, something to really just lengthen your arms. We will use it at the end of class today. And so finding that comfortable seat, grounding down. Remember, your legs don't have to be crossed if it's not comfortable for you to sit up nice and tall. You can extend, whatever that looks like for you. This is really just so that we can sit tall and start to come into our breath. And so closing the eyes, finding a soft gaze, and just start to notice your body. Notice the parts that are touching the earth, and see if you can soften. Bring a little attention from the right hip to the left hip. Go down the legs. Notice the right knee and the left. The right ankle and the left. And just noticing. Now coming back to the navel, the belly, and the low back. And so our breath really begins here. We start at the belly, breathing up through the ribs, all the way up to the shoulders. And we exhale from the shoulders all the way down, making sure we get out from the bottom of the belly. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling down. And so creating this cadence here and keeping our breath slow and steady throughout our practice helps us keep a nice rhythm of breath so we don't get overexhausted. But also it reminds our muscles and our head that we are doing this to ourselves. We're not in pain, and it helps us get out of that fight and flight mode. And so let's bring our right hand onto our heart, left hand on top. And just take 3 more deep breaths in and out, really feeling the chest rise, the ribs expand, and emptying everything out from the bottom of the belly. And staying steady. And then the next inhale, go ahead and start to open up the eyes. And so if you are sitting cross-legged, I would like you to cross the legs the other way. If you are not, see if you can find this position for the beginning part of class. And so sitting up nice and tall, we're gonna inhale, reach the arms overhead, lift the gaze, and exhale, swim the arms down, tuck the chin. Inhale, reach up, look up, lift up, and swim back down, tucking the chin. One more. Reaching up and coming back down. Interlace the hands behind your back, bringing the chin to center. And now bring your hands over towards your right hip and pull the right elbow back. Sit up nice and tall. And now drop the right ear over towards your right shoulder. Really breathing into the whole left side of the neck. One more big breath in. As you exhale, bring your chin to the chest, the hands to the low back. Keep the back of the knuckles on your low back. Bring both of your elbows backwards.
Chin, keep tucking down. Feel this in the front part of your shoulders. One more breath in. And as you exhale, walk the hands over towards the left side. Roll the ear over towards the left shoulder. And again, that left elbow comes back. And you're sitting up nice and tall. Letting the head be heavy, stretching the whole right side. One more full breath in. As we exhale, we come back to center, tucking the chin, hands back to the middle of the back, bring the elbows together. Open up across the chest. Feel the shoulder blades squeezing together as we still sit up nice and tall. Maybe use the hands into the low back to help you with that little leverage, help you sit up a little bit taller, pulling the belly in and up. One more inhale. As we exhale, we come up to center, release that bind, reach your arms out. It should feel really nice. And now a big hug, right arm over the left, grab on. See if you can walk those fingertips as far back towards your spine as possible. Lift the elbows up and now pull them towards the front. If you can, see if you can sneak the chin in between. So really getting into the backs of the shoulders, maybe press into the fingertips, give yourself a little massage here, breaking up some of that tissue on the shoulder blades. On your next inhale, go ahead and open up, reach wide, bring the palms back. And now switch sides. Left arm comes on top. Again, big hug. Walk the fingertips back as close to the spine as you can. Sit up nice and tall. Lift the elbows and pull them away. See if you can tuck the chin. And again, maybe give yourself a little massage here. Why not? See if you can create some separation in that fascia tissue so it hugs the muscle onto the bone. Next inhale, open the arms up wide again. And we're gonna make our way into tabletop position. Hands and knees, making sure that we stack the wrists right underneath the shoulders, the knees under our hips. Let's warm up the spine. Go ahead and drop the belly, lift the gaze for cow. Then exhale, round, tucking the chin. And drop the belly, lift the gaze. We round. About 4 more. Stay with your breath. Really keep the breath long so you have enough time for each pose. Warming up the spine. Last full round. And after you find your cat, no rush. Come back to that neutral spine. Navel's pulled in, top of the head is forward, tailbone back. And so let's send our right leg back. Keep the toes on the ground to start. Really press down into the earth. Pull the heart forward. And so we're going to bring our left foot out a little bit for a kickstand. Drop the right heel to the left and reach your right arm up to the sky. Side plank. Really pushing through the knee, also through that back foot. The more you push into the foot, you can almost see if you can lift the knee, maybe using the left top of the foot to help you lift. We want to think about lifting the hips by pressing through the right foot, reaching the right arm up to the sky. One more breath in. We come back to tabletop position. Hands and knees. Let's drop the belly, lift the gaze, and exhale and round. And coming back to that neutral spine. And sending the left leg back behind us, keeping the toes on the earth. Again, building the engagement in the leg, lifting the kneecap, but pressing back through the heel. Pulling the heart forward. And fully engaging the core. And bring the right foot out a little bit for the kickstand. Drop the heel to the right and start to reach the left arm to the sky. And again, press into the back foot. Maybe press into the right foot a little bit so you can get a little bit off that knee. Not so much pressure. We want the side abs doing the work, lifting, opening up the chest. Reach the left fingertips to the sky. And one more breath in. When we bring that hand back down, we find tabletop position again. And dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. And exhale, round, tuck the chin. And inhale for cow. Curl your toes under. As you exhale, send those hips high for downward facing dog. And so really bend into the knees. Press in through the knuckle pads, in through the fingertips to get up off the wrists a little bit. Melt the heart back towards the legs. Pull the belly in and up. Sits bones reach high to the sky. 2 breaths. Next inhale, start to look forward. As you exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Feet hip distance apart. Hands to the shins, halfway lift. Fold forward. Again, halfway lift and fold. Halfway lift, pause. Hands to the shins. Maybe even bring the hands to the thighs. Pull the elbows back towards your hips. Press into the hands to lengthen the chest. Tuck the chin. Breathe into the hamstrings, but feel the core. Pull the chest forward. This is all of our engagement when you're getting ready to swing for golf. It's all coming from the belly. One more. Inhale. As you exhale, really relax. Ragdoll. Grab onto opposite elbows. Whole torso's heavy. Shake your head yes, and shake it no. Sway side to side. Strong in the legs, really relax in the torso. Release any tension. Let anything that doesn't serve you roll right off your shoulders. And 2 more breaths here. And releasing the hands, we're gonna find a halfway lift and find our block. And so block or a book, we wanna have it at a height so we can keep the halfway lift here. And so we're gonna bend deeply, keep our right hand on the block, left hand on our hip, and now bend into that right knee and start to twist towards the left. Bringing that left elbow up towards the sky. Straight left leg, but keep pulling the heart forward, really getting into our hamstring all the way down the backside of this left leg. Keep opening and twisting up. Big breath in. As you exhale, we come back to center, straight in both legs, both hands on the block. Take a breath in, find a full halfway lift, and now keep the hands on the block and just relax. Fold forward for a moment, let your elbows sway out. Maybe shake out the shoulders, keep breathing into the legs. And so next, inhale, halfway lift again. Keeping the left hand on the block, right hand comes to the hip. We're gonna breathe in and now bend into that left leg, straight right leg, Right elbow starts to go to the sky and we start to twist open. Getting into this hip and hamstring. Breathing, keep the belly pulled in. It's still thinking about the top of the head coming forward. One more big breath in. And exhale, fold all the way down. Move the block over to the side, but keep it close by. Relax the arms, shake out the head. We're going to slightly bend the knees so we can roll all the way up to standing. Rolling the arms back, sweeping them up to the sky, and arms down by our side. Inhale, reach up, fold forward. Halfway lift and fold, and sweeping all the way up to stand, reaching tall, fold right back down. Halfway lift and fold, sweeping all the way up to stand, reaching up tall. The hands come to our heart. And so we're going to widen our stance. So either hip distance or maybe even a little farther. Find your golf swing if you are your golf stance, if you are a golfer. So working a little squats here and a little twisting. And so we want to really focus on our core, focus on our tailbone while we're doing this. Thinking about our whole lower part of our belly, our body's tucked under, lengthening up. So hands at the heart, press into the hands, widen the elbows. Again, tucking the tailbone. We're going to squat down, trying to stay upright. And now twist towards the left, pulling the belly in. Staying twisted, open up the arms, keep the bend in the legs, pull the navel in and up. Maybe bring your gaze back behind you. Big breath in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale back to center. Palms together. Press through the feet. Stand tall. Big breath in. Tuck the tailbone. Pull the belly in. Exhale. Sink back down. Finding that squat still up tall. Breathing in, pulling the belly in, and now twist the other way. Keep pressing through your hands. Inhale, and now open the arms up, really reaching finger to finger. Remember, we're tucking the tailbone, we're twisting from the belly, reaching the arms wide. Big breath in. Stay as you exhale, twist. We come back to center, hands to our heart. Inhale, press through the feet, stand tall. And heel toe our feet back together. Inhale, reach the arms up and fold forward. Halfway lift, plant your hands, step back, high plank. And so strong body here. Press into the fingers, press back through the heels, lift the kneecaps, and full breath in, lower the knees down, pull the heart forward, turn the elbow creases. We're gonna do 3 tricep push-ups here. Breathing in, and as we lower just a little bit, elbows come back. Inhale, press back up. Elbows pull back towards those ribs, press back up. Last time, lower down, pause here, squeeze the elbows back, pull the heart forward, pull the belly in, inhale, and now all the way down to the belly. Keep squeezing the elbows in, widen the feet, press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the chin and chest, baby cobra. Again, elbows squeeze in, open up across the collarbones. Breathe in. When forehead comes down, we make our way back to downward facing dog. Through tabletop, hips go high. And so make any movements here. The first downward dog, we weren't here for very long. And so maybe you pedal out the legs. You can wag the tail.
We're really pressing in through the fingers, opening up the shoulders, melting the heart back, sending the hips high. Breathing in. One more full breath round. And start to look towards the top of your mat. As you exhale, make the way to your hands. Halfway lift, fold forward, sweep all the way up to stand, reaching up tall. The hands come to our heart. We're going to step our right foot back just a little bit, and we're going to find the ball of the foot, having a straight left leg to start. And so if we're on the ball, we don't have too big of a stance because we're really getting into the foot here. So starting here and now press back through the heel, lower it down. And come back upright onto the ball and lower it down. Back upright. Engage that left leg. Reach the arms back behind you. So we're straight right over the left leg now. Keep the action in that right leg and see if you can just lift it up a little bit. And now start to look forward, look towards the ground. Can you lean your heart a little bit more forward? Keep pulling the belly in. Can you lift the right leg a little higher? Big breath in. As you exhale, you're going to take a big step back. Still on the ball of that back foot, but this time bend into that left leg. We're going to bring our hands to our hips. And so staying on the ball of that back foot, we have our knee right over our ankle. And we're going to dip that back knee and straighten. And dip and straighten. We're going to dip and straighten. And keep the right or the left hand on your hip. Reach your right arm forward. And so now really grounding down through that back foot. Start to reach your right fingertips forward, finding a twist. Reach your left arm back. And so pulling the belly in. And so here is level 1. Level 2, bring your hands together, elbows wide. Level 3, keep pulling the belly in. Maybe you hinge down, elbow onto your knee. Activate that back leg, twist open. No matter where you are, 2 more breaths. Big inhale. Stay for your exhale. As you inhale again, look down, frame that front foot, step back, high plank. Opportunity to flow, breathing in. As you exhale, lower down. Inhale for your beautiful back bend. As you exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Let it go. Look forward. Start to walk the feet to the hands. Halfway lift and fold. Sweep all the way up, reaching tall. The hands come to our heart. And so stepping that left foot back now. Not too far. We want to be able to stand straight on the right leg. And when we land, we're on the ball of that back foot. And so really pressing in. And now drop and lower the heel. Lean back a little bit. So we come back forward. Drop the heel, back forward, drop the heel, back up, pausing here, engaging that right leg, reaching our arms down. So start by staying upright and just lifting the leg, pull the belly in, find your gaze, And now see if you can maybe start to lower your heart a little bit and lift the leg. Breathing, pulling in that core. One more breath in. As you exhale, we step way back now. Still on the ball of that back foot, crescent lunge. We want a good bend into our right knee. And so strong hands to the hips. Again, look forward. You're a little wobbly, bring your feet out. And so inhale. So we exhale, we dip down. And back up. And dip down. Back up. Dip down. And back up. And so staying here, finding that good bend in the front leg. Right hand stays on the hip, left arm comes forward. We start to reach forward, and maybe we reach the right arm the other way, opening up across the chest. And again, find your variation. Maybe you want to try to press the hands in, really help to twist the shoulders more. Or we hinge forward, pulling the belly in, using the elbow into the knee to help twist even more. If we hinge forward, really lift that back leg. Find some engagement. Big breath in. Let it go. One more. And start to look down, frame that front foot, step back, high plank. Full breath in, we lower down, inhale for your back bend, and make our way back to downward facing dog. Back to that breath here, slow and steady. One more full breath in. Start to look towards your hands. As you exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, fold forward, sweep all the way up to stand. Reaching up tall, the hands come to our hips. And so we're gonna ground down on that left foot, spine to your drishti, start to get light in the right. And now we're going to start to hover it up, flexing into that foot. And now find some hip circles here. We make them big, really get all the way in, getting into the abs. Keep flexing that foot. One more. And then we're going to send the knee forward and extend. Bend it in, extend. One more time, pull it in, extend, keep it extended, and start to lower it. Can you hover it up off of the ground? And so we've worked this exercise of lowering our hips. So bring the foot down, and now hover that right foot back up. Lower down, and hover. One more time, down and hover, bringing it down, giving it a good shake out. So now grounding down that right foot. We're going to start to come to the ball of the left foot, pull the belly in, stand up nice and tall, bringing the left knee up, flexing into the foot. And we start with those circles, try to keep them nice and big. Getting into the hip, getting into the side abs, opening up. One more big circle. And coming forward, lifting the knee up and extend. Bend, extend, bend, extend. One more. Bend, extend, keep it extended, flex that foot, lower it down so it's hovering up off the ground, and then lower. And so now hover and lower, hover and lower. One more. Hover and lower. And shake it out. Big breath in, reach the arms up and fold forward. Halfway lift and fold. Sweeping all the way up to stand, reaching up tall. And hands come to our heart. And so we're going to bring the block out in front. We're actually going to start from the ground up. So just like we did in the beginning, we want to find the block height so that we are able to have a nice flat back. So whether it's on the highest, the middle, and so kind of soften the legs. I can't have my legs locked. We're going to keep our right hand basically on the block. So start, you can have both, but more weight a little bit on the right. And we're going to start standing on the right leg. We're going to send the left leg back. And so as you lift the leg up, keep the toes pointed down. Flex that foot. And so we're in standing splits, but I want you to start by keeping the heart lifted. Keep that nice T shape in your body. So the belly is pulling the chest forward. Nice length. And now bend at your elbows, kind of bring your nose towards your knee. For the standing splits, looking back at your toes. Really breathing into the hamstring here. And so the more you lift the left leg, the more you'll feel it a little bit in the right hamstring. Big breath in. And now lowering the left foot back down to meet the right. Kind of fold forward a little, relax, shake out your legs. Go roll up, give it a little shake. All right. And so now we're going to go over to the other side to give our right leg a break. So same thing. So we're standing on the left leg. We're going to start by having a nice flat back. Chin is down. We're looking straight down, long through the neck. And send the right leg back now. Keep the toes pointed down, flexing into the foot. And keep the chest lifted like you're in a nice T. And so long line, flexing in. And now start to bend the elbows, lowering the nose towards your knee, looking back at your lifted toes. See if you can lift the toes a little more, really getting into the hamstring. One more big breath in. And now we bring the right foot back, meet the left. A little shake out, roll all the way up to stand. Inhale, reach the arms up and fold forward. Halfway lift and fold. And sweep all the way up to stand, reaching up tall. And hands come to our heart. We're going to step our left foot back just a little bit so that we can ground both heels on the ground. We have our block in front of us. So we're going to reach the arms forward. We're going to pull the navel in. We're going to pull that right hip back. So our hips are square to the front. And now reach forward, pausing in a halfway lift. So again, belly is lifted, working our body up. And I'm pulling my right hip back, really breathing into that hamstring. Inhale. And now lower down to that block. Maybe you lower to the shin, to the ground. Breathing into our hamstring here on the right leg. Keep thinking about your right hip going back. Pull the belly in, hinge forward. And so we're going to find a halfway lift with the block on the left side and the left hand. And so you might want to find the highest height. Again, we want that flat back. Right hand comes to our hip. We're going to start to twist to the right, bringing that elbow up to the sky, really getting in that outer right hip, feeling it in the hamstring. It's a big balance pose. Squeeze the legs together. Lengthen from the belly, twisting out the shoulders. Breathing here, revolve triangle. One more, full breath in. As you exhale, fold forward, slight bend into that front leg so you can step the left foot to meet the right. Halfway lift and fold. And sweep all the way up to stand, reaching up tall. The hands come to the heart. And so now we step that right foot back a little bit. Remember, we want both heels to be able to ground down. Hips are to the front, chest is to the front. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. As we exhale, hinge forward, pulling that hip back, reaching the heart forward, belly's working, that left hamstring's working. Inhale, and now we hinge down, again to the block, to your shin, to the ground. Soften the neck, soften the face. Breathe into the left hamstring. Pull the navel in and up so you can fold a little bit more. So we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Block in the right hand. So we want that long spine, left hand to our hip. We're going to start to twist. Think about squeezing the hips together. Send that left hip back. We start to send the elbow to the sky. Crown of the head forward. And maybe we extend up. And so pulling in the belly. This is working our belly, our shoulders, our hips, our legs. So many all at once. Big breath in. And fold forward, bending into that front leg so that you can step both feet together. Heel toe the feet so that they're a little bit wider than your hips, parallel to one another. And now bend your knees and find a low squat. And so we want to try to think about our hips being as low as our shoulders being as low as our hips. And so pulling the belly in. And so maybe you're not quite as high, as low on your shoulders, so you can bring the elbows onto the thighs, but we want the bottoms down. Pull the heart forward. Breathe here. Breathe. One more. Big breath in. As you exhale, hands down, hips high, and just kind of sway from side to side. And so coming back to center, we're going to sink the hips down again, hands to the heart. We're going to come up just a little bit. And so breath in at center and tap the left elbow to the right knee. Back to center, other way. Center, twist, center, twist. Center, you got it. Big breath in. As you exhale, hands down, hips high, a little shake out. Bring the feet back together, and we're going to start to lower all the way down to the ground. And so make sure you have your strap, your block, and extend the legs long. Move the extra love. Hands down by your side. Roll the shoulders back. And start with your feet. Engage the feet. Engage the legs. Now pull the belly up. Roll the shoulders back. Slight tuck of the chin. Sitting up nice and tall. Breathing. And feeling the back work, feeling the belly work. Next inhale, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, come forward. Let the hands drop. Take an inhale, pull the heart forward again.
And now exhale all the way, tucking the chin, breathing all the way up through your back body. And coming back upright, extending the right leg, pulling the left foot in, and finding your strap, bringing it around in the ball of that right foot. And sitting up nice and tall, pulling the elbows in, again, finding that perfect posture, twisting the torso towards the foot, breathing in, and now hinge forward. And slight tuck of the chin, breathing into the low back. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Keep using the belly to bring you more forward, not really the arms. And inhaling back upright. And bringing the strap now into your right hand. Maybe you open up a little bit more, bring your right foot out a little bit, chest out into the front, reach the left arm straight up, pull the belly in, and now tip over to the side. Reaching those left fingertips over towards your foot. Keep opening up. If it's okay on the neck, try to bring your neck underneath the left arm, helping you open the body, really getting into the ribs here. Breathing. Inhaling back upright. Remove the strap. Bring your fingertips around your knee. Come up onto like spider fingers. And we're going to tuck the chin and you're going to round the back like you were finding cat pose. So use the navel too. Pull the belly in and up. Really round the back. You're going to feel it into the right shoulder. And come upright. Left hand is going to plant right behind our left hip. Our right arm is going to reach forward and up, lifting our hips up, finding stargazer. Maybe reaching up back behind us. And we lower back down. And bring both feet together. And scooch them in as close as you can. And so we're going to bring the pinkies together and then we're going to open the feet like almost like a book. And that's going to help drop the knees down. And so now sitting up nice and tall, rolling the shoulders back. This might be perfect for many. Or maybe you hinge just a little bit forward. So working on opening the knees, softening the knees down, relaxing the shoulders. About 3 breaths here. Coming back upright. Extending that left leg now, bringing the right foot in, finding our strap. And bringing it around the ball of the left foot, turning the torso. Again, take a moment. Sit up nice and tall. Find that staff pose, that perfect posture. Navel's pulled in. Big breath in. And now hinge forward. And tucking the chin, bringing the nose down towards the knee. Again, it's more the belly pulling us forward than the arms. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Inhaling back upright. And the strap now comes into the left hand. Maybe you open the leg out a little bit more. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Sit up nice and tall. Pull the belly in and start to tip over towards the left. Keep opening the chest up, looking up towards the sky. Breathe into the ribs. Inhaling back upright, removing the strap, bringing the fingers around our knees now, and really rounding, finding that cat back. Pull the navel in and up. Breathe into the left shoulder here. We scooch the right hand behind our hip, reach the left arm forward and up, lifting the hips, stargazer. Find a little back bend, reach back behind you, maybe look to the wall behind you. When we slowly start to lower the hips down, we're gonna bend the knees, bringing the feet out in front. And we're going to press into the big toes a lot here. And so the purpose as we start to lower down is to try to keep the toes down on the ground. And so lifting the chest, pulling the belly in, keep pressing the toes down, 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 down. And now you're gonna hit a point, mine's like right here. Now I'm gonna scoop my belly so that my low back can come down. Keep pushing into the toes, lowering all the way down. Pulling the heels in close to my hips, arms down by my side. Maybe I bend at the elbows. We're gonna find 2 bridge poses. And so tucking the shoulders under, ground down through the feet, lift the hips, push into the elbows, push into the feet. Keep lifting, squeeze the glutes, turn on the quads here. One more big breath in, lift, and slowly start to lower all the way down. And just press the low back flat for a couple moments. And belly button into the earth. And now getting ready for the next round. Grounding down through the feet. Pressing down, lifting the hips. Press into the arms. Tuck the shoulders. Use the glutes, use the elbows, the heels, breathing. One more full breath in. As we exhale, we slowly start to lower down. And tailbone comes down last. Let your feet go wide and let the knees come together. And now grounding our left foot right behind our hip, bringing our right ankle onto our left knee, pulling legs in for figure 4. And so letting that right knee open out to the side. Relaxing the low back, relaxing the shoulders, breathing into the right hip, and softening the face. Remember, lengthen the breath to lengthen the muscles. Envision that white light every inhale. As you exhale, you soften. About 5 more breaths here.
And start to release the bind, bring the feet back down to the ground, and bring them the width of the mat, as wide as you can. And now let both knees go to the left side, left foot on that right knee if it's okay, and reach the arms out to a T. Maybe look over towards your right hand. And coming back to center. And actually, if your left ankle's already on that right knee, start to get set up for figure 4. Maybe pausing here for a moment, opening up the knee, or maybe you're ready, that hip is ready. Use your breath. Use the exhales to soften and let you come a little bit deeper. Relax the shoulders. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Soften the eyebrows, the forehead. Lengthen the breath again. About 5 to 7 more breaths, softening that left hip. And slowly start to release the legs, uncross them, plant the feet the width of the mat, and drop both knees to the right side now. Right foot maybe on that left knee. Open the arms, bring the gaze over towards the left hand. And come back to center. And grabbing your block or finding a wall. If you're by a wall, you can put the feet up a wall, using the block underneath your sacrum, bringing the legs to the sky. Let's bring our arms out to a T. And palms of the hands face down or on the ground. And take your right arm up and over your body and just let the fingertips relax somewhere on the left. Real passive, let gravity do the work, and keep the chin towards the sky. Stay steady in the breath. Now reach those right fingertips towards the left hand. Active, reaching. And now bring them back up and over to that T. We're going to take the left arm up and over your body. Just let it relax. It doesn't matter if it makes it as far as the right. Real passive here. And chin to the sky. Now actively reach your left fingers towards your right hand. Reaching across. And now bringing that left arm back up and over. And start to lower the feet back down to the ground. Remove the block from underneath the hips. Let's pull the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze, a big hug. Say thank you, I love you, I'm so grateful my body still moves the way it does. One more full breath in. We open up for Shavasana. Little mini rest. Lying down, taking up some space. Come back to your natural rhythm of breath. And give yourself just a couple moments to lay. Come to the sensation of the heels and feel them heavy, sinking into the ground. Coming up to the calves, they're heavy. The thighs get heavy. And the glutes are heavy. The whole lower half of the body is heavy. Into the low back, or the mid back, relaxed. The shoulder blades, relaxed. The triceps, the elbows, the back of the hands, soften, heavy, melt down. Back of the neck, back of the head, soften. The whole back body softens, melts, completely supported by the ground. Feel the lightness in your chest, the lightness in your heart. I want you to think of one thing that you are grateful for that happened to you yesterday. Feel that in your heart space. Feel that gratitude. Feel it warm up the chest. And think of something that happened to you this morning, no matter how small. One thing you were grateful for first thing waking up this morning. How does that feel in your chest? And use those feelings to be grateful for your body at everything you were able to do this last hour. Feel that gratitude. Feel that gratitude for yourself, for showing up today. And start to deepen the breath again. Breathing in the gratitude for yourself. Exhaling out gratitude for others. Inhaling the gratitude for yourself. Exhaling it out for others. And start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll the wrists and your ankles. As you're ready, making your way to your favorite side, the position of rebirth. Pausing for one more moment of gratitude that everything that your body was able to do. And as you're ready, pressing into your strong arms, coming up to a comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall with your eyes closed or your gaze down. Bringing our hands to our heart center. The light in me honors and respects that same light that shines bright in each and every one of you. We raise our thumbs to our forehead center out of love and respect for one another in this ancient practice. Together we bow and say, Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know any feedback, how you felt, if there was any posters that you really liked, if there is anything special that you want to do next time, let me know. I hope you have a great day. Namaste.